Hello, this is Required Fields, and when I was doing my Q&A video and my shout out to Scott Waters, the video cut off, so this is a continuation of that video. Just going to continue doing some more questions. I'm going to go to video games now. What type of video games systems do I use? Modern day systems, I have a PS4, and I also have a secondhand NES that I bought a while back, and the newest video game that I bought, apart from used games, would be Mortal Kombat X. I've been playing that a lot lately. Great game. I've always liked the Mortal Kombat series. I like martial arts video games a lot, and Mortal Kombat X is great fun to play. I've been playing that a lot lately, and I also like sports video games as well. And I'm going to go back to metal-related questions. Okay, attending local metal shows. Do you go to them? Yes, I go to them. Definitely, I'll suggest all metal fans support the scene. I know there's a lot of people who decide not to really go, or just decide to check it on YouTube the next day. If you're strapped for cash, or or other family stuff, that's one thing. But if you're a metalhead, do what you can to support the metal scene. Because there's some that just choose not to support. I mean, some people assume that somebody there is probably going to tape it on YouTube or something. Now, I guess that's understandable, something for a younger metalhead, and it's like an 18 and over, 19 and over, whatever show about checking on YouTube. I mean, that's one thing, but if you're perfectly able to go, then I suggest doing anything you can to support the local metal scene. Just it seems that the music industry in general, it's becoming harder and harder to make money nowadays, it seems. And if there's no support for the scene, then that kind of means that the scene will go away. And but fortunately, for the most part, metal fans seem to be as devoted to supporting the scene as any genre, from what I can tell. And that's a good thing. I was reading an interview with Ron Erickson, well, Ron Daniel, he goes by Ron Erickson, a stage name, of Viking, and that's what he says in an interview, that a lot of people seem to do that. And I think that's a good point that he makes about just watching videotapes of clips of shows that were in your area that you could have gone to, and if you don't support it, then you're not going to support your scene, then your scene will just then that'll really hurt the scene rather than help it. Okay, and best metal shows you've been to? So basically, the question in the previous questionnaire would have been about supporting. Do you have a local metal scene? Well, yes, there is a local metal scene. I guess I've actually uploaded clips of bands like Unbidden and Stygian Sky playing in the past, and hopefully in the near future I'll upload some. When I'm at metal shows, I might videotape a band playing a song or two, and so yes. There's not too many metal shows out here because a lot of the local places actually won't support having metal bands play at their venues, unfortunately. Some people think that's pretty hard on the local scene in general, because some places just don't want to have metal bands played at their venues. I mean, but sadly, a few of those places are okay with having any other performers, even music that generally, other forms of music generally other people take some form of offense to. Metal, rap, and punk seem to be the three forms of music that tend to grind the gears of those. Peter Griffin on Family Guy would put it, seemed to and rap and punk, you know, some of those places are fond of supporting bands in those styles, but yet a lot of those places won't support metal bands. But yeah, there's not that many metal shows that really come along out here lately, but I remember there's been a couple of instances where the place that supported metal bands most have closed, but at least nowadays there's a venue that's actually in the last few months actually had metal shows there. And yes, about the so yes, I should have phrased it. Do you have a local metal scene? And I'm part of it, and the people that are part of it are great people, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Best metal shows that I've been to. Well, I've mentioned this in my past videos, but for those who haven't really gotten around to seeing them, the best one I've been that I've been to was 5 years ago when I saw Megadeth, Slayer, and Testament. It's three of my favorite bands in one night, and phenomenal show from start to finish. And also seeing Slayer and Damage Plan in 2004, the first time I saw Slayer. And let's see, also Black Sabbath last year was fantastic. And there's been a number of other great shows they've been to as well. Anyways, yes, I apologize for what happened in the other video, and I understand that it was that got cut off towards the end there because of the fact that I can only use so much space on it, and I went over without realizing it, and I am sorry for that. So I didn't get to properly sign off. And just like I said in the other video, Scott Waters of No Life Till Metal, like I said in the first video, I want to thank him very much for reviewing some of the albums I sent to him as gifts on his YouTube channel. And everything is down below if you want to check out Scott's YouTube channel or his website, NoLifeTillMetal.com, which I've been a viewer of for over a decade now, and I'm also an active poster on the message board on his site. And on his message board, A Heart of Metal. Anyways, links to Scott's webpage and YouTube channel are down below, so if you want to check that out, go right ahead. And I completely suggest checking it out. A very well put together site. And anyways, also I'm going to be signing off right now, and because I didn't do the proper sign off in the first video, okay, I would also like to add another metal show that I've been to that I forgot to mention last year. I was absolutely great, was seeing Havoc. I was wearing a Thomas Up shirt in that video, and I got that at the show, and I got to meet the whole band. Very cool guys. That was another great show I was at. And anyway, so I'm going to actually do my sign off now. On behalf of the first video, which I never got to sign off for properly, I'd like to say I'm sorry for that. So I'm going to do a proper sign off now for both of these videos. And oh yes, one more before I do sign off. I was talking about Riot. Along with Thundersteel, I was going to say that they're best known. I was going to say it, but I forgot. I realized I forgot. The two best known albums in our catalog are Fire Down Under from 1981. That's an NWO BHM styled album. I mean, Riot's from New York, but it's very much in the vein of the NWO BHM scene at the time. And I'd say there's a good chance they would be a slightly better known band if they were from that geographic region. And anyways, they're best known for that, and Thundersteel, Riot, which is basically, as I said in the first part,